Yeah, since you're doing my job for me, yeah, let's segue right into that conversation. And thank you for that. So yeah, the Buffalo backfield here. Are we comfortable with anyone drafting anyone early from this backfield
Are
for
you
redraft this
comfortable
year?
drafting any AFC East running back at this point? Like the running backs, I mean, I guess.
Yes.
I guess. Obviously,
Yes.
we're going to, but in terms of like, will any of them be extremely fantasy relevant, top 15, top 10? I don't know about that, y'all. The backfield situation for the entire AFC East is interesting.
I think,
Obviously, for the Jets, Brees Hall, yeah,
yeah,
but
I was gonna mention him, but
yeah, but our teams, I'm just like, it's a committee everywhere. So, but committees are where you're gonna get that good value because I was just looking, James Cook and Singletary are right next to each other, back to back, running back 33 and running back 34 on Underdog Fantasy, and very close on our Football Guys rankings too, as well, in that range, which is wild because you probably, if you could get Singletary at running back 33, you're going to get that production at least for that first half of the year. Granted, if it's like last year, the end of the year, that was fantastic. Can we expect that? Probably not, but good value there. I am, besides the last couple of years where rookie running backs were really getting a lot of run, I don't know if we're going to see that this year in terms of that extreme production from guys like Javonte or Jonathan Taylor. Like, are we going to get that extreme production from rookie running backs in this season outside of Brees and maybe Kenneth Walker? I don't know. We might be disappointed. And I don't want to be drafting James Cook that high in terms of waiting on using him until after the bye week or late in the season, mid-season to the end. So I'm not sure I'll be taking a lot of shares of James Cook, but I got a couple of them in Dynasty. I'm loving that.
Thanks. Troy, do you agree? Or who would you focus on in this backfield if you had to draft one?
I would probably, if I'm drafting any of them, if this is redraft, I'm probably going Devin Singletary because James Cook is going too high for me for my liking, and it's just I don't know what his role is going to be. Right, we know that he's going to be involved in the passing game, but I don't know. Like, again, is he going to be more than a third down back? Maybe he might mix in first and second down, but I just don't think he steps in there and just is like a workhorse, right? And then look, that's his ceiling. If he does, then he's going to be a smash play. I'm just a little bit worried, right? I think that we're going to see some Devin Singletary, maybe even it's gross, but maybe a little bit of Zach Moss, and maybe not a lot, but he's going to get worked in. He's still on the roster. He's still going to. I'm not saying like he's going to be. He's not going to hurt James Cook. What I'm saying, like, there's going to be more than just James Cook getting work is the point I'm making. And then it's like, but Devin Singletary, I just think he's still going to be the first and second down back. I think as of right now, look, he looked like everyone, like Victoria said, he looked good towards the end of last year. I don't think he just disappears, right? I think he's going to get worked in. Maybe James Cook looks good, takes over the role, but maybe that happens towards the latter half of the year. But I feel like, at least in the beginning of the year, I don't think James Cook's going to walk in and just be a workhorse. So I like Devin Singletary's value where it is right now in like redraft.
Mm-hmm. Mike, do you have concerns that Josh Allen's going to just, vulture those touchdowns and take away some of those runs for these running backs that would kind of make you, hesitate for a minute in drafting them?
Yeah, I'm not drafting any of them. They're trash. There's no way. There's just there's no way. No, I mean, realistically, it's not a concern. It's a certainty, right? Josh Allen is one of the best goal line backs in the NFL. He's built for it. That's the offense they run. There's when you look at running backs by committee, the touchdowns are really the differentiator, and I don't see any of these running backs necessarily being having a nose for the goal line. Singletary did a lot of his damage between the 20s, and now that there's company in the backfield, if you take even a little bit of that away, he goes from a flex play to waiver wire fodder, and I think that even trying to bank on the first 7 or 8 weeks is a stretch. I think you have a lot of people in that backfield. I mean, we laughed about Duke Johnson, but let's face it, he was the best running back on Miami last year. So there's that. Sorry, I have to get that shotted. But in reality, I think that when you look at the touchdowns are going to Allen for the majority, and then everybody splitting the work. Even at running back 33, I just don't like the value of any of them. Cook is going to get way too hyped in redraft. I'm not going near him, but I wouldn't be looking at any Bills running back before, say, RB 40. I would say they would be behind both of the Patriots running backs for me. And honestly, I think I'd rather take a flyer on like a Raheem Mostert, Michael Carter, if I was throwing darts that late on AFC East running backs before I'd go with any of the Bills guys.